wanted to start by actually discussing a vision for Bharat, a vision for where we are currently. How would you best describe that?
Well, I'll start with that one. That's quite a good one. You know, we have a long history, and if you view our civilization as travelling along an arc, it had its own destination, its own journey mapped out, and then about 1400 years ago it got bumped off its trajectory and sort of wandered around in a different direction. And we've always been struggling to get back to that original arc and that trajectory. And I think since 2014, you quite rightly said, we are moving closer back to that arc. The vision that we have is deeply, deeply entrenched in our civilizational ethics, and we have a lot to teach in terms of what they are. If I can just give you one or two, we have an understanding that every individual has a mind and a heart, and that if both of those are developed to the maximum, a human being can experience delight, anand, and go through life with the minimum amount of suffering. Not just for themselves, but the minimum amount of suffering for everybody else. And we created a society based on that ethos. The purpose of the society was to minimize suffering, maximize anand, and to consume the minimum resources. You know, I remember growing up, and there's a famous mantra that people of a particular scholarly bent would say. When you wake up in the morning, you would actually, before placing your feet on the earth, you'd ask forgiveness from the earth for the dishonor of having to walk upon her while you did your daily toil. This is how much humility we had and how much respect we had. So if you combine all of those three, delight from mind, heart, and no suffering, this is what Bharat has always been about. And I think we're getting back to it. The West has a different approach in that they're consumption driven. They derive anand from consumption, intellectual consumption and also sensory consumption. And we're seeing the effects of rampant consumption as the Western economies, which are based on consumption, deteriorate. The scramble for resources so they can consume more and produce more. You know, this is a nasha, this is an intoxication. So the sooner we get back onto our original trajectory, the sooner we'll be strong enough to be able to share that vision with other non-Bharatiya civilizations. So I think the future is really good. I think the sooner we get there, everybody will have less suffering and much, much more delight in the experience of being alive.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.